The top 6 films include a hand-drawn 1930s classic from Walt Disney, an anime feature from Studio Ghibli, a computer-assisted 1990s Disney fairy tale, and 3 computer-animated Pixar films. Newsweek equals 72. The Breadwinner, 2017, Cartoon Saloon. Metascore, 78. Directed by Nora Twomey. Summary: Parvana is an 11-year-old girl growing up under the Taliban in Afghanistan in 2001. When her father is wrongfully arrested, Parvana cuts off her hair and dresses like a boy in order to support her family. Cartoon Saloon. In June, IndieWire reported Disney was closing one of its 3 animation studios, laying off 75 staff and canning an upcoming release in the process. But what does that mean for the future of animation? Probably not that much, as it turns out. In the same month, Pixar's Incredibles 2 earned $180 million during its first weekend at the box office, breaking records for an animated film. It's expected to become the highest-grossing animation of all time. The success of Incredibles 2 must have had the industry breathing a sigh of relief. But although the film is a financial success, how do critics feel about it? Aggregation website Metacritic has compiled a list of the animated movies that were best received by critics. The website translates each review given to a film into a score, which is weighted depending on the critic's fame and stature. The total number of reviews a film receives also affects its final score. Walt Disney Productions, which has been releasing feature-length animation since 1937, understandably dominates the list with 20 films. 12 of these were made with Pixar, the animation company that shot to fame in 1995 with the release of Toy Story and which was bought by Disney in 2006. Rivaling Pixar's 12 films is the Japanese company Studio Ghibli. The company was partly founded by legendary animator Hayao Miyazaki, who directed a number of the studio's hits including My Neighbor Totoro and Princess Mononoke. Miyazaki retired in 2013, but has since announced he is working on another film, How Do You Live, due for release around the 2020 mark. He expects it will be his last movie, and it's hotly anticipated. See all of the best photos of the week in these slideshows. Cartoon Saloon, a relatively new Irish animation studio that opened in 1999, has managed to place all 3 of their feature-length releases in the top 100. Aardman Animations, the British studio, known for their Wallace and Gromit series, also places 3 movies in the list. Read more: The 100 Best Films of All Time. According to critics, the top 6 films include a hand-drawn 1930s classic from Walt Disney, an anime feature from Studio Ghibli, a computer-assisted 1990s Disney fairy tale, and 3 computer-animated Pixar films. But which film claims the number 1 spot? Join us to find out. Equals 72. Yellow Submarine, 1968, United Artists. Metascore, 78. Directed by George Dunning. Summary: The Beatles agree to accompany Captain Fred in his yellow submarine and go to Pepperland to free it from the music-hating Blue Meanies. United Artists equals 72. Zootopia, 2016, Walt Disney Pictures. Metascore, 78. Directed by Byron Howard, Jared Bush and Rich Moore. Summary: When optimistic Officer Judy Hopps arrives, she discovers that being the first bunny on a police force of big, tough animals isn't so easy. Determined to prove herself, she jumps at the opportunity to crack a case, even if it means partnering with a fast-talking, scam artist Fox, Nick Wilde, to solve the mystery. Walt Disney Animation Studios. Walt Disney Pictures equals 72. A Silent Voice, 2017, ABC Animation. Metascore, 78. Directed by Naoko Yamada. Summary: The poignant and moving story of Shoya Ishida, a school bully, and Shoko Nishimiya, a young girl with a hearing disability. Their story begins in 6th grade when Shoko transfers to Shoya's elementary school and quickly finds herself bullied and isolated due to her hearing disability. Years later, the tables turn, and Shoya finds himself the victim. ABC Animation equals 72. Rocks in My Pockets, 2014, Zeitgeist Films. Metascore, 78. Directed by Signe Bommane. Summary: fighting for her sanity, Signe Baumann uses wit and imagination to confront the secrets of her family's madness. Zeitgeist Films = 72. Tatsumi, 2011, Infinite Frameworks. Metascore, 78. Directed by Eric Koo. Summary: Tatsumi celebrates the life and work of Yoshihiro Tatsumi and his life in post-war Japan. Happiness distribution. Infinite Frameworks = 72. Castle in the Sky, 1989, Studio Ghibli. Metascore, 78. Directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Summary: a young boy and a girl with a magic crystal must race against pirates and foreign agents in a search for a legendary floating castle. Studio Ghibli = 72. Monsters, Inc. 2001, Pixar Animation Studios, Walt Disney Pictures. Metascore, 78. Directed by David Silverman, Lee Unkrich and Pete Docter. Summary: the Academy Award-winning creators of Toy Story opened the door to a frightfully funny world of monsters and mayhem and scare up lots of laughs. Disney, Pixar. Pixar Animation Studios, Walt Disney Pictures = 70. Tarzan, 1999, Walt Disney Pictures. Metascore, 79. Directed by Chris Buck and Kevin Lima. Summary: with his wisecracking ape buddy Turk and neurotic elephant pal Tantor, Tarzan learns to survive in the animal kingdom. Two worlds collide with the arrival of humans, forcing Tarzan to choose between a civilized life with the beautiful Jane and the life he knows and loves with his gorilla family. Walt Disney Pictures = 70. Your Name, 2017, Comics Wave Films. Metascore, 79. Directed by Makoto Shinkai. Summary: high schoolers Mitsuha and Taki are complete strangers living separate lives. But one night, they suddenly switch places. Mitsuha wakes up in Taki's body, and he in hers. This bizarre occurrence continues to happen randomly, and the two must adjust their lives around each other. Yet, somehow, it works. Funimation. Comics Wave Films = 63. Coraline, 2009, Focus Features. Metascore, 80. Directed by Henry Selick. Summary: a young girl walks through a secret door in her new home and discovers an alternate version of her life. On the surface, this parallel reality is eerily similar to her real life, only much better. But when this wondrously off-kilter, fantastical adventure turns dangerous, and her counterfeit parents, including other mother, try to keep her forever, Coraline must count on her resourcefulness, determination, and bravery to get back home, and save her family. Focus Features. Focus Features = 63. Boy and the World, 2013, File de Papel. Metascore, 80. Directed by Ayla Brew. Summary: Kuka lives a life of quiet wonder, exploring all that the countryside has to offer. But his cozy life is shattered when his father leaves for the city, prompting him to embark on a quest to reunite his family. The young boy's journey unfolds like a tapestry, the animation taking on greater complexity and variety as his small world expands. G-Kids. File de Papel = 63. The Simpsons Movie, 2007, 20th Century Fox Film Corporation. Metascore, 80. Directed by David Silverman. Summary: it takes a widescreen to fully capture Homer Simpson's stupidity, and The Simpsons Movie does it. In the eagerly awaited animated feature film based on the hit TV series, Homer must save the world from a catastrophe he himself created. 20th Century Fox. 20th Century Fox Film Corporation.